I'm Gary Falkowitz, my wife Lynn. We are the proud parents of Ethan, Landon, and Reese. To say that we lived a life that one can only dream of would be an understatement. And I can tell you that's exactly what we did until the evening of May 3rd, 2023. We received that call that no parent ever wants to get. And that's when life changed for us. Ethan is still with us. He's with us spiritually. And it's our job to make sure that not just those people who have met Ethan and who have been impacted by Ethan remember how special he was, but to make sure as many people in this world know the type of person that Ethan was and hopefully could be impacted by all the positive attributes that he brought to his everyday life.
Ethan had the biggest heart. He wasn't quick to judge. He gave everyone his full attention. He made sure to ask about them, be curious, learn details. He was interested in learning about people. Gary and I don't even know many of the people who have reached out to us with intimate stories of what Ethan meant to them or their children. It's such a proud thing to know that we had a child who just loved to love people and accept them. And because he felt good about himself, he didn't need to brag about it. He could brag about you. He could brag about his peers. He was very happy and eager to find moments to applaud you.
Ethan, like all of our kids, was all that any parent could hope for. He prioritized school, he prioritized family, he smiled a lot, laughed a lot. He was experimental, especially in the kitchen. Stayed away from dangerous activities, but was willing to try new things, believed that anything was possible. And we were really proud to see him run with these mantras and these ideas that we taught him. After the tragedy, Lynn and I had to figure out a way to keep him with all of us. So we created the Ethan Falkowitz Foundation, where teaching children how valuable the belief in oneself could be to a happy and a thriving life like Ethan had. He was only 14 years old, and I promise you, I don't know that I've met anyone who loved life and loved their everyday activities as much as he did. He was a role model, and it's now our job to share that. So the first major initiative that we created with the Ethan Falkowitz Foundation was the E-Pledge. It started off as an idea. We sat down with the school district and said, what can we do? So a lot of thought, a lot of hours, a lot of planning went into creating this initiative of 100 Days of Kindness and focusing on how we can prioritize and teach children about how important kindness is to your life and to those folks around you.
So the E-Pledge is every child having that consciousness to pledge to commit acts of kindness over a 100-day period. The hope is that the recurrence of kind acts, as simple as they are, would just lead to that innate behavior that Ethan had, where it's subconscious. If we all just had that sustainability and we had the practice of just being thoughtful of someone else, wow, we would live in an Ethan world.
The superintendent and the principal said, hey, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. They invited us to come into each of the elementary schools, into their auditorium, and brought all the students in. And they allowed us to talk about Ethan and the initiative and the goals of the E-Pledge.
Ethan's superpower was kindness. And the thing about his superpower is that everybody is born with this superpower. The question is, how often do you choose to use it?
The song for the E-Pledge was Count on Me by Bruno Mars. So we had a little sing-along in each of the elementary schools, which was so much fun, and most of the children knew the words.
At the end, what we did was we had a poster about the E-Pledge, and the whole school marched around the school.
It was a beautiful way to kick off 100 Days of Kindness and sort of start this top-of-mind mentality where in each of the classrooms there were boxes put with little hearts. So every time a child recognized an act of kindness done onto them, or it's something they witnessed between two other people. It got slipped into the little boxes in every classroom, and at the end of every week, a few acts of kindness were selected and read aloud in morning announcements the following week. Just a way to have that sort of peer support and recognition motivates us to sort of continue being good and doing good.
Teachers and parents reached out to us immediately after the kickoff event that said that their child or their student loved the example of when Ethan did this kindness act or performed that kindness act.
Hi, I'm Miss Falkowitz, and I think the E-Pledge means that you always have to be kind, even when no one's watching.
Be kind to your teachers and your friends.
To always be kind to each other.
To show acts of kindness just like Ethan did. To feel more kind and more helpful.
Going out of my way to help people feels really good. It also feels really good when someone helps me.
When you do something kind, you have a good feeling inside.
You could tell the parents were really appreciative that the school was putting more attention on teaching or sharing how important kindness is. You could tell the teachers were loving it.
Being part of the E-Pledge has been a true honor. I've enjoyed working with Mr. and Mrs. Falkowitz, the committee members, the other buildings, to really unite our school communities and to make this project come alive.
It's been so wonderful to see students engaging in random acts of kindness and the joy that it spreads. I am so proud of the positive impact the E-Pledge has made here at Harborville.
It really gave us the reassurance that we needed because conceptually, it's a way to focus on something associated with Ethan and also focus on something that was motivated with such positivity and positive change, but we didn't know how it would work out. And from day one moving forward, we have been given so much reassurance and so many examples that this is the right thing to do for so many reasons. Our hope truly is that if we're just kinder and we're helpful and we care about others just a little bit more each day, then we'll be honoring Ethan the way that he needs to be honored. But more importantly, we'll be putting children on the best path forward.
It was an incredible way to help build into the curriculum that mindfulness on a weekly basis of being kind with different projects. So trying to have the fluidity of incorporating kindness through the teachers and all their hard work into the classrooms and being that extra role model to communicate what we hope then gets brought home and is reinforced by parents and then can go out onto the fields and be reinforced by coaches. It has a trickling effect.
This is something that Ethan would be very proud of. But more importantly, I think he'd be really excited about the positive impact he'd be having on people he hasn't met yet or hadn't met yet. So we would love to spread the E-Pledge as far as we possibly could.
Kindness from the heart.
For you kids out there listening, if there's anything that I can encourage channeling Ethan, it's to be kind, to be we and not me. Ethan didn't put himself and his interests ahead of others, but he gathered others and together their interests proceeded along. He knew that in success, there was no I. And so if you're out there listening and you're feeling down about yourself or you're bored or you're feeling lost, just think about something that makes you feel good and don't do it for yourself, but do it for someone else. Really, because in doing it for someone else, it's gonna make you feel really good too.
Remember, be kind, be brave.